What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel's Just Saying. Okay, you know what we're talking about. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yes, they came back last night. I really wanted to live tweet. And I don't know what happened. I just completely forgot. And I watched the episode live and everything. But, I guess I've only live tweeted once, and I'm not that big on Twitter. Like, I put my videos on there, whatever. I'm just not like a Twitterer or tweeter or whatever it's called. But I'm going to try to remember because I love the show. So I really want to try to live tweet a little bit more often. So I said it here on this vlog today, December 2nd, that I am going to live tweet a little bit more. Anyways, you guys, I'm excited that the Beverly Hills ladies are back. I love them so much. Kyle is my favorite housewife pretty much of all time. I really like her a lot. She just really seems, I really just adore her. She just seems just really down to earth or whatever. And I mean, her family, I love her family. Her daughters are gorgeous. They all seem well behaved. Her husband just seems to really be into her, and I just really enjoy watching Kyle. Anyway, so we're going to get into the episode. Okay, so it starts out with Lisa Vanderpump. She's at her gorgeous home, and the pitcher from the LA Dodgers comes over because they are doing a, some kind of game for the LGBT community at the Dodger Stadium, and they asked Lisa to throw the first pitch because, she's really heavily involved in the LGBT issues around the city, around Beverly Hills or whatever. So, her, the latest restaurant she opened, Pump, is basically, she said it was basically to cater to the gay crowd or whatever. So she's out there trying to practice a pitch. A kid comes out. He's like, just pretend like it's Brandy or whatever. So basically, Brandy and Lisa are not cool anymore. Brandy's just Lisa's like, Brandy's had plenty of opportunity to come and apologize or whatever, but hopefully that's the only time we'll hear her name come up, this season. We really don't need to hear anything about Brandy Glanville throughout this season. I'm glad the bitch is gone. I hope she gets some help, the help that she needs. Anyway, so Lisa's practicing, and then later in the episode, you see her. She gets to the stadium. I thought it was hilarious that she took her shirt off and changed shirts right in the hallway with everybody walking around or whatever, bra out and everything. But she's like, she wanted to change, and so she did it, and it was too cute that she went out there in wedges. I feel her. Ken is like, you could have wore some trainers. I'm assuming he meant gym shoes. She was like, I'm not wearing trainers. I feel you. Just because you're going out on the field or just because you're doing anything does not mean you need to wear gym shoes. The only time I wear gym shoes is if I am working out or doing some kind of volunteer project where I'm going to be standing on my feet, like it's food depository or something like that. If I'm not doing something like that, I am not wearing gym shoes. It's just not me at all. So I feel you, Lisa. Even though she didn't really throw the pitch all that well. The pitcher did not catch it. It bounced a little bit before him, but whatever. She was out there. She had fun. So I thought that was really cute. And the next scene, Lisa Rinna, she is at her house, and she is preparing for to shoot an episode of Oprah's Where Are They Now? So Oprah's, I guess, producers or whatever come over, and, they just kind of ask her a few questions, and I thought it was really cute to see. Oh, I forgot to go back. Lisa Vanderpump looked really good, didn't she? She still looks, actually, I think she's looking younger than she was in the beginning when Beverly Hills franchise first started. What do you guys think? I think Lisa is, she's looking really good. I like it. Anyway, so Lisa Rinna is, getting ready for the episode, and I really like seeing her hair without all of the damn hairspray and mousse, okay? It was just, just pulled back. She must have just washed it and blow dried it or whatever, and she was waiting on her squad or whatever to fix her face and her hair. But I was like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen Lisa Rinna's hair when it wasn't just standing still like a helmet on her head. I always thought it was a wig, but I guess it's her hair, and she just has them put a pound of hairspray in her hair so that it doesn't move ever. She says that, but anyway, so she's talking about the Where Are They Now? She's excited about this because she's like, oh, in order to be on this show, I have to have been somewhere, right? So she's happy about that. She says the longest she's ever held a job is 3 years, But at the end of the day, she's like a cockroach, and you can't get rid of her ass because she's always working. Like, I didn't know exactly what Lisa Rinna did, but I knew who Lisa Rinna was when she first came on the show. I'm like, I'm not sure. I think I've seen her in some things, but I'm not quite sure where I've seen her. Anyways, I'm happy that Lisa Rinna is back on my TV screen. She cracks me up. She's no nonsense. Don't cross her, okay? Because she is not playing with y'all. She is not playing with y'all. But she's still funny, and she likes to have fun. Just don't mess with her. That's all I got to say about that. Ask Kim. Anyways, so in the next scene, we're going to flash over to Eileen. Eileen is at the Young and the Restless studio. She's preparing to turn herself into Ashley Abbott. I used to love me some Young and the Restless. My grandmother used to watch it when I was younger, and I used to watch it with her when I went away to college. I used to watch it, but I don't watch it as much since I've been working full time. So like the last forever, 12 years or so, I don't really watch it that often. But I always enjoy Ashley's character, and I enjoy seeing Eileen Davidson on this show to kind of get another side of her, not just her scripted side, give her reality side or whatever. So anyway, she's in there, and she is, she says she likes the excitement of being on a soap opera, and she's basically been in soaps, she said, since she was I think she said 24 years old, and she's maybe in her early 50s now, so almost half her life she's been with the Young and the Restless, and I think she's also on Days of Our Lives, I believe. I know for sure she's still on Young and the Restless. Anyway, so she's, she says she likes the excitement of doing the soaps, and she's actually in the middle of a storyline right now. It's a love triangle with her daughter and, I guess the daughter's boyfriend or whatever. And she was like, I didn't think I had ever done this script before, but I realized that I did 30 years ago. She said that she did the scene, but except for she was a daughter at that time. I'm like, wow, how does the time fly? Time really, really, really flies. But anyways, that was pretty much all I had to say about her in that moment. Kyle. So now we get to see Kyle. Oh, my favorite housewife, Kyle. She's in her store. She's trying on these glasses that cost $75,000. I guess this designer is about to start selling these glasses in Kyle's store. Kyle's like, I did not buy those glasses. She was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and someone called in and asked her, did she really buy those glasses? And she's like, no, are you crazy? I didn't buy any glasses for $75,000. But I thought it was cute that they were that they showed that. And then she gets a phone call from Lisa Vanderpump, and they confirmed that they are actually going to meet for lunch. And I'm excited because you remember these two used to be best friends when Beverly Hills first started. And then what happens with all relationships on these reality shows, stuff gets said, stuff gets taken the wrong way, people get big heads, the egos are blown out of proportion or just blown up, So that's kind of what happened with their relationship, but I'm happy to see that they are getting back on track. I really enjoy them together. But before we get to their lunch, we're going to talk about Yolanda. Now, Yolanda is staying at her condo. She says it's in town. She says it's closer to her doctors and all of that or whatever. She looks really bad, but I'm not sure if she looks bad because she doesn't have on any makeup, or is it because of her illness? Because, she says that she's really, really sick. She says that she looks normal, but she just feels tired all the time. Sometimes she can't walk. And I'm wondering, maybe all of these experimental treatments you're doing, girl, is just wearing you out. Maybe that's it. Not so much the Lyme disease. I really don't know. She is just, I don't know. It's just something weird about this whole scene. And she's just she hasn't driven a car in 3 years. I guess her motoring skills are off or something like that. And she says she's just basically trying anything and everything to get better. But it's I don't know. It's really weird to me what's going on with her. And I just gotta wonder if it's these alternative treatments that are messing her up. You know what I'm saying? And she basically, I guess they ask her about David. So in the interview, she's like, David is traveling a lot. He's always traveled a lot. He's the man. And so that can't stop just because she's sick. So oftentimes he's not there with her. And we learned last night on Watch What Happens Live that they are actually filing for divorce. They announced it yesterday. So I'm going to talk about that, you guys. I'm actually about to start a new segment of my channel. I'm going to tape it on Thursday night. So I don't know, you guys will see it sometime Thursday night, Friday morning. But it's going to be like the Real Housewife Roundup or whatever. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about David and Yolanda's divorce and what my thoughts on that are tomorrow night. So anyway, so just know that they are getting the divorce. We learned that last night on Watch What Happens Live. So that's just basically it with that. I wonder how that's gonna work out. I you know, it's you know what? I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow. But no, let me say this. It's really weird for me when I hear about couples breaking up and then the show comes on, and so you have to watch them throughout the season knowing that they're not a couple anymore. Depending on how the season went with their relationship, you just feel a little awkward watching it, right? Anyways, let's move on. So basically Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump, they meet up for lunch. And they just talk a little, they just chit chat a little bit and start catching up or whatever. Kyle says that she was approached by a TV show, a TV network to do a scripted show based on her life in like the early years. You know, she was a child star. You know, her sisters were child stars and all of that. So she, you know, she was approached to do it. And Lisa's just like, you know, how does your family feel about it? And she's like, her sisters aren't very supportive of her doing it. I guess because they feel like she's going to divulge some more family secrets. Because you know she's the one, she spilled the family secret about, what's her name? About Kim being an alcoholic or whatever. And I guess that, you know, she said that she was brought up in a family where the family secrets stay within the family. You don't talk about it outside the family. So her bringing that up on the show was a big no-no. And so I guess she says she thinks that her sisters may feel like she's going to divulge even more family secrets. But she's like, it's not about them. It's about her. And, you know, it's time for her. She feels like it's time for her to grow up because they always treat her like a kid, you know, and she's like, you know, she's the youngest of three sisters. And they always treat her like the youngest. And Lisa just tells her, like, you need to, you know, kind of just start sticking up for yourself, or maybe put a little bit of distance between you and your sisters so that you can, like, live your own life. This is what Lisa Vanderpump is telling her. You know, Kyle discusses in her interview, you know, her relationship with Kim is not that great right now. She says that, you know, at the reunion last year, you remember Kim was just like, you know, I'm happy with the way things are. You go be happy with your life and I'll be happy with my life. Basically telling her she wanted, you know, some time and space, you know, between them or whatever. So Kyle is just like, you know, when she heard about the fact that Kim had gotten arrested at that hotel, y'all remember back in the spring when she got arrested for being drunk as hell and arguing and yelling and doing all kind of crazy shit in the hotel and all that. You know, Kyle's talked about that a little bit, but you know, but basically Savannah Palm just told her she needs to stand up for herself. So, and I do agree. I've been watching this show from the very beginning, and at first I thought that Kyle was just a little bit overbearing with Kim, and then I realized that she was really just trying to protect Kim. But it doesn't seem like Kim was ever all that appreciative of the help that Kyle was trying to give her at all. Like, you know, so I mean, it is what it is on that front. So now we're going to move back to Lisa Rinna. She's shopping with her daughters because I'm not sure if they're going on vacation or what, but her daughters need some new swimsuits. They just need clothes or whatever. So she just starts talking how, you know, living in Beverly Hills, a lot of the kids come from very wealthy families, and it's very tempting to give your children, you know, everything that they want. But she's like, she doesn't want to do that because she don't want any spoiled little bratty ass kids running around. So her daughter Delilah has a job at, I think, a deli or something like that, because Delilah wants to get a car. And Lisa's like, well, you need to work for this car. I'm not going to just buy you a car. You need to, you know what I'm saying, be able to put some gas up in that car, pay for some car insurance or something up in here. You know, she's trying to teach her daughters, because she's saying, like, there's a lot of women in Beverly Hills that are married to very wealthy men, and they, you know, they may have all of the bags and all of the material things that they want, but they've never actually had to work for anything. So, you know, she's like wondering how happy they are. And then she was like, they probably are very happy. I'm like, girl, I'm sure they are. Just about as happy as the broke motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can be just as happy with a rich man as you can with a broke man. You can be just as unhappy with a rich man as you can with a broke man. So, hey, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, she's like, she wants to teach her daughters some kind of financial responsibility, and just teaching them the value of working for what you have, so you can appreciate it a little bit more. And I like that. And then they were trying their swimsuits on. She was like, when did y'all get boobs? She's just standing there looking at her teenage daughter like, oh my God, what is going on? When did you guys grow up? You know, and I could see how that can go, because sometimes I look at my daughter like, oh my God, she's 8, but she's like getting booty and little hips and stuff, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on with my baby, you know? Anyways, we go over to Eileen's house. She is redecorating her house. She's taking down some curtains. She's putting away some paintings. Basically, she said that from last year when Brandy called her house it looked like American Horror Story or something like that. You know, Eileen was like, she took it into consideration and looked at her house, and she was like, she could, you know, afford to give up a few things. And I'm like, yeah, Eileen, you can, because your house is very cluttered. It looks like an old museum. So I'm happy that she's sprucing it up, you know, make it a little more lively or something. Make it brighter at least. She took down those dark ass curtains and it was like, wow, let there be light, you know? So then Lisa Rinna calls her and invites her to the birthday party. Lisa Rinna is having a birthday party for herself and a birthday dinner. And, you know, Eileen is not going because the family is still grieving over her husband, Vinny. His father passed away. And I guess his father was Dickie Van Patten. And he was on some TV show back in the day. 8 is enough, or 9 is enough, or 7 is enough, something like that. Some show I never even heard of nor ever seen. Clearly, I've never seen it because I never heard of it. But what I meant to say is some man I've never heard of, nor have I seen the show. But, you know, that is what that is. But yeah, so they're grieving over, you know, the loss of her father-in-law. So she's like, you know, they won't be able to attend the dinner. And apparently, I guess his dad was, you know, really, really famous. Kyle says she knew him, you know, because she was child actress and they were kind of all, you know, and his kids were kind of in her circle or whatever. So that's really sad. But she, you know, her and her husband seem to be really, really close. So I'm sure they're getting through it just fine. Anyways, Lisa Rinna goes in her limo and she picks up Kyle and they get ready to head to her birthday dinner. Now, Kyle knows she can work a one-piece outfit, right? I love me some Kyle because I love me a jumpsuit, and that's why I love me some Kyle, because she is always rocking a one-piece. Now, she has on this one-piece little short romper, and I'm like, I like that. It was really cute. It was dressy, and you don't really see too many dressier rompers, you know? I loved it. It was really cute. I'm like looking online, like, where can I find me one of those, you know? So they're just, you know, they're riding together, and they get to the event, and they're the first two there, and then Yolanda shows up. She actually comes, but the thing about Yolanda coming is that everybody is so, like, in shock that she came to the dinner with no makeup on. And Kyle was like, that's borderline shocking. Lisa is like, couldn't she take about 10 seconds to put some concealer on? And I'm like, I'm feeling you, Lisa. Not Lisa Rinna, but Lisa Vanderpump. I'm like, girl, I am feeling you. Because even before I come down here to do the videos, I give myself the once over. Because sometimes, you know, I might have some bags under my eyes. I had some videos from last fall that I was looking at, and I was like, oh, girl, because I was just really, really stressed out with my job and busy. A lot stress. It was a lot of stress in my life last fall. So I wasn't getting a lot of sleep, you know, and I was just on the go all the time. And I noticed in some of my videos last year that you could see like bags under my eyes and I looked tired. And I was like, I'm not going to be coming into people's, you know what I'm saying, mobile devices and PCs with, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy. And Yolanda, you shouldn't have been coming onto my TV last night looking crazy. This is Beverly Hills now. Step it up. What is your problem? I understand you're sick. You can pay people to come and fix you up and then push you on out the door. You know what I'm saying, girl? I felt you, Lisa Vanderpump. And Ken, oh my God, Ken is like, Ken tell her like, oh, you look better and things are good. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, it's really, you know, Lisa Rinna thinks it's very brave that she was able to come out like that, like without her armor, her face armor or whatever. And I'm just like, girl, it's not about armor. You know what I'm saying? All you need is a little mascara and some eyeliner and some tinted lip gloss. And I mean, you have a face. That's my face most of the time, you know, but yeah, I was just like, I don't know. But then, so Yolanda, in the middle of the dinner, she starts coughing and stuff. Like, I think Lisa Rinna was opening her gifts, and Yolanda starts coughing, and then she excuses herself to go to the bathroom. She says she wanted to wash her hands because she had been coughing. And then while she's gone, Ken and Kyle start talking, and Ken is basically hinting around to the fact that he doesn't understand why David isn't there with her, because he's just like, I guess it comes to the point where you have to go back to work when your spouse is sick. What are you supposed to do in that situation? He was like, but I guess some people would stay home, I don't know. Ken was throwing a lot of shade. Ken, the last couple of seasons, Ken has really gotten feisty. I said the last 3 seasons, Ken really got a little feisty on this show. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so Yolanda excuses herself altogether because she's like, she just has to leave. And as soon as she leaves, Ken starts in again. Ken is like, I told her she looked good, but she looked horrible. She looked really bad. And Ken is just like, every woman wants a man to tell her she looks good. And I'm pretty sure that, if she's looking like that on a daily basis, there's not a lot of men telling her she looks good. I'm like, oh my God, Ken, no, stop. And I feel like Lisa was giving him a look like, I don't know, like if it was editing or what, but she was giving him a look like, please stop it, please stop it, And then, they talk about other stuff. They make fun of Lisa Rinna for having her husband's name in her phone as Harry Hamlin, which is his name. You guys know him from Mad Men. Which is his name, and Lisa's like, he's your husband, why is he in your phone as Harry Hamlin? And then he's like number 16 on her list, and I'm like, girl, just put a period right in front of his name. Okay, this is what you need to do, Lisa Rinna. This is how my husband's name is in my phone. Well, his name is hubby in my phone, but you don't have to call him hubby in your phone. But what you do is before you save the name, put a period or some kind of symbol in front of the name so that he will always be at the top of the list. And then you won't ever have to worry about him not being at the top of your list, okay? So work that out, Lisa Rinna. Work that out. And then anyway, so the last scene was basically just Kyle and Mauricio, and they were just really talking about Kyle and Kim's relationship, and Kyle starts crying, and she's just really emotional about it, and I don't know, hopefully they work it out. On Watch What Happens Live last night, Kyle said that she and Kim are in a better place, and so they're working towards a better relationship. So hopefully they can get it on track, even though I'm not a big fan of Kim. I think she's very selfish and sneaky and manipulative and all of that, but they are sisters, and sisters need each other, and I just hate for families to be divided. Anyways, you guys, that is The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season what season is this? Number 6, episode number 1. Can you believe it's been 6 seasons? Oh my goodness. I have been watching Bravo now for 8 years because I started on season 1 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they are in their 8th season. So I've been watching this channel for 8 years now, and I don't see myself not watching it anymore. And I especially enjoy the Beverly Hills ladies, and I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Please like this vlog. Please comment on this vlog. Please share this vlog throughout social media land. And until next time, you guys, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.